In this video, I want to show you a pretty cool feature. I think they're all pretty cool, but it's called the analysis view of a Bible search. And what Logos does is it lets you access the information, but it often lets you see the information from different perspectives to gain insight, understanding, to go further. And that's what this tool does. So, let's say we're in Acts 2:38 where it says Peter said to him, repent and each of you be baptized. And I want to do a deeper dive into the word baptized. You can always right click it and do a Bible word study or a fact book study, but I'm going to make sure I'm on the lemma, the dictionary form of the word. And then I'm going to come down here to where it says search. I'm going to search for, do a Bible search, which is going to open up a Bible panel right here, just like a normal search panel. And you can see you've got several different options. So it's searched for that lemma. It's not searching for the English word. It's searching for the dictionary form of the Greek word for baptizo. And it's got all these different things on my screen. So right here, you can do a passage search. So that just search the passage. If you've ever done a search, Bible search, you're very familiar with that. You've got the aligned. It aligns it all together. You've got grid, which is very helpful if you use multiple translations. You have the analysis, which is what we're focusing on. And then fuzzy is like it's trying to bring back the information in kind of a fuzzy search. It's I don't use it a whole lot. It's just kind of a fuzzy search. I don't use it a whole lot. But the analysis tool, this has all these different columns, and what you see on my screen is the reference, the result, the lemma, the root. So I've got it chosen where it's the lemma and the root, the sense, which is what I want to focus on in this video, and the part of speech. And when you right click on this row right here, anywhere, reference, result, lemma, root, whatever it is, you right click on it. Logos is going to bring you all these different options for what you want to see in the columns, and you just click on them or unclick them, and they make sure they're checked or unchecked, and they will show up as a column in this analysis passage search. What's cool is Logos lets you organize this data, and you can actually drag one of these columns right here to this section, and it's going to give you a different perspective. So we've got the references here on the left-hand side. We've got the result, and you can click on these like reference, and then now they are in reference order. You can click on them in result, and you can get them in the result order. You can click them on the lemma. That's going to be the same. The root's going to be the same. But watch what happens when I take this sense column. So I've just dragged it, and you can reorganize it. I'm going to drag it up to where it says drag a column here to group by that reference. Now, look at what Logos has done. Let me collapse all these. Logos has now grouped them by all the different senses. So we get a quick reference, quick list of the biblical sense for each of those verses, and now they're grouped. Anytime that word is used, there's a biblical sense attached to it. And now we get to see that in that order. So we're able to see, instead of just a running list, we're able to see when the sense is given to be baptized as a state. And we can go there and look at those verses. We can also add information in here. And so we could add like the previous context, the next context, get a lot of information, but I always just kind of hover my mouse over the verse. But you're able to see very quickly, get an analysis of how that word, the sense of that word, at least within the sense lexicon data set, you might be able to see how that is used across the board. So I think this is very helpful, insightful kind of searching to be able to just reorganize the data. So if you're ever stuck on a word or stuck on a phrase, you can come here to the analysis view of a Bible search and play around with it. And if you ever need to get rid of the way that it is organized, this took me a long time to figure out. You're going to take this sense, drag it, and just remove it, and then it's going to go back to normal. So I always, for the longest time, I kept trying to find like a right-click close. You click on it, you drag it away until the X comes, and then it will go back to normal. So this is an analysis view of a lemma search when you're doing some word study. In the comments, don't hesitate to let me know how you're using this tool, and if you have any insight into passages that you've discovered from this. Also, head to preacherprep.com and sign up for our weekly roundup where we offer subscriber only content. So anybody who's subscribed to the newsletter at preacherprep.com is getting videos like these that aren't available to everybody on the YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, head to preacherprep.com. Until next time.